Morning guys, good morning once again. Welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do however grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. Please do understand that I'm not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who's also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of our gorgeous country. I felt something as I was watching the clip that you just watched. I felt something when everything was calm, when everything was orderly, when everything gave so much hope. I'm talking under the ANC government before the whole thing came down, descending on us, the chaos, the corruption and everything. But that's not the topic that I'm bringing. I was emotional because I was seeing Julius Malema in that ANC cape and whatnot. And then I remember the days when Julius Malema was with the ANC. But I want to bring your attention to something. I'm going to share that video clip with you as well of what Nomvula Mokonyane said. And for me, there's substance there. For starters, in that video clip, if you can see very well, is a video, there's a photo of Julius Malema that was shared, Julius Malema and Fikile Mbalula that was shared by Julius Malema. He said just for control. And look at the person that quoted that tweet. He said Sekunjalo, and that person is Sizwe Dlomo. Sizwe Dlomo moves around with politicians. He knows politicians, and that person never says anything without substance. I've noticed that with Sizwe Dlomo. So he said Sekunjalo. When you say Sekunjalo, it means, we are here already, which means he knows something that we don't know. Which makes me, I wouldn't be surprised, because now everything needs to, I just feel like drastic measures will be taken to regain power in order to make sure that in the future we don't have the GNU. I'm talking about now for politicians, because for me, when I see the GNU and it gives sleepless nights to the politicians, I think that something is good for us as citizens. But though I just feel like the GNU is sort of stagnant a bit. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I just feel like we are in the parking lot for some time now. It's going to be a year soon. Anyway, what I want to talk about is the reaction of Nomvula Mokonyane to the question that was asked, that is there any substance in that photo that was shared by Julius Malema of him and Fikile Mbalula?
Because she's not a member of an organization, it's too much of herself.
Okay, just the last one. There's a picture that is circulating of the SG of the African National Congress and the CIC, Julius Malema. Is there anything that the public should know of?
What's wrong with that? They are not enemies. We know that they come a long way, and it's good when we find one another. What's wrong with us blacks when we come together? What's wrong with us finding each other? And you people think it is a destructive thing. You're excited about Helen Zille. We are good if we find one another. These are brothers. Politics is not an issue of being permanent enemies. I was happy to see them together.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
There's something there. There is something. I don't know what it is, but I see the future that the ANC would be working with the EFF. How that is going to happen, I don't know. Even the reaction of Nomvula Mokonyane. But I want us to talk about how Julius Malema has never been interested in winning elections. He has never been interested in leading, in just being the president of South Africa, even though sometimes in interviews he says, I'm going to be the president of this country, whether you like it or not. Get used to that fact before it unalives you when it happens. He says, get used to it. But the EFF has never moved intentionally, they never moved like they wanted to get the confidence of South Africans who are voters. They've always been the voice of foreign nationals, especially Julius Malema. Most of the time, he sounded like he promotes illegal immigration, and also like, you don't really matter as South Africans, don't really matter, shove your votes where the sun never shines, and I'm just going to be talking about Africa, not you. You don't matter. This is what matters, because that's the attitude that he's been giving us.
If they want to elect us on the basis of xenophobia, they can keep their votes. We are not disparate for votes. We are disparate for the unity of Africa, and that's what we want to achieve.
Still, he gained some support, right? The EFF gets a lot of votes. I just feel like Julius Malema didn't want to harm the ANC for some reason. Because why would you have so much power and influence and be so articulate and be so coherent? And yet when it comes to talking to South Africans so that you win their votes, you don't do that. You don't use that. So for me, it's like somebody who has always been there sympathizing with the ANC. Please do correct me in the comment section, because I don't know much about politics. I'm just here loving politics, but I don't know much. For me, it's a learning experience. So I comment according to my understanding. So what the reaction of Nomvula Mokonyane says, there is something there. There is something there. There is something there. Because you see, where we are now with the GNU, the political parties, quote unquote, especially black political parties, are not liking that situation. It found them. That's not what they prefer. But now, my biggest thing is when they come back, after fighting and pushed, and finally they come back, just leave, don't steal. Just don't steal. Just don't effing steal. Stop the corruption. Because even Julius Malema himself once said this apartheid only built cities. This democratic government that we have has not built any city whatsoever. So there is a lot of comparison of democracy and apartheid regime. So people are like, we are not going anywhere. Instead, we're going further down the drain. So whatever your views are, kindly share them in the comment section, guys. I just feel like something is coming that we don't know between the ANC and the EFF. There's certain marriage that is coming there. There is certain marriage that is coming. How that looks like? Is it in community of property? Is there a prenup coming? But I don't know. But there is certain marriage that is coming, because believe you me, the black political parties, they don't want to see that GNU next time. They don't want to see it. They are suffocating. They are suffocating. especially with that portfolio committee. But that thing must never leave. Even if you don't have the GNU, that thing must stay. the portfolio committee must stay. And then, guys, whatever your views are, kindly share them in the comment section. I'm looking forward to reading those, and if time allows me, I'm going to certainly respond. But if it doesn't, I'm going to try by all possible means to react, to show that I appreciate your interaction in my channel. Do have yourself a gorgeous day.